Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As we wait for people, as always, why don't you type in the chat where you are coming from tonight? Let me know. Let me know where you're watching from tonight as I test the sound here and make sure that everyone can see and hear me. Okay, looks like it's looking good. As always, it is sounding good. And hello, everyone. If it feels like I haven't been here for a while, it's because I haven't been here for a while. My last stream was Sunday, May the 1st. And then I did members stream on Wednesday, May the 4th. Then I didn't do one for Sunday, May the 8th because of Mother's Day. I was hanging out with Gail, which would make sense. And then I just realized that my thing's crooked, but that's okay. Give me a second. Give me a second. Not sure if that's much better, but we're gonna go with it. Yes, and then I didn't stream last Sunday because of Mother's Day, and then I moved the stream from yesterday to today because yesterday I was out, as many of you saw, I was out in Port Coquitlam doing a talk out there. But I'm happy to be here tonight. We have basically 9 or 10 days of news to catch up on. Not a lot to catch up on, but there are a couple things I want to talk about really quickly. Then, as always, I will turn it over to you. So my intro will be quick. It'll be about 5 or 6 minutes. Then I'll turn it over to you for any Canucks or NHL hockey talk. Then we'll do some Ask Me Anything. We'll do Gordle and Wardle. I always say that, Gordle and Wordle. And then we will wrap up just before 11 o'clock. So once again, thank you for being here. I'm Canuck Clay. This is my Canucks Take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks Commentary. Live for Thursday night, May the 12th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Shout out to my moderators in advance. Thank you for your good work. If it's racist, sexist, homophobic, ableist in another language or spam, then delete it. If you're not sure, even if you don't agree with it, you can leave it up there. It's always good to create discourse and discussion as long as it's not offensive. Thank you to my members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Chris Seifried, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, Hsmfangirl Gaming, Smoovegroove, and Carol Bovenlander as well. Franchise members and all-star members, you're all listed, and I appreciate you, and I don't take you for granted. And if you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath any of my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. You can also leave tips now. So in the live streams, you can always donate just using the dollar sign in your chat box. But on my regular videos, you can actually leave tips now, which are called super thanks. And a couple of you have done that already, so I appreciate that. I give you a big super thanks for that. To my sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. The Van City Experts Real Estate Group, Jason Lim and his team, and to, of course, Gassy Jack Art, and to Monkey 9 Brewing, thank you as well. And finally, no matter where you're watching from, like Tiger in Australia, or if you're Chris in Langley and Jaskrin, I wrap up when I want to wrap up. No, tonight I'm not sure how long we're gonna go, but I usually go for about an hour, and if we wrap up at an hour 10, then consider those 10 minutes bonus. No matter where you're watching from, whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond in the Lower Mainland, city, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. I do not take you for granted as we continue to build the best and most positive Canucks community here on YouTube. So we're a smaller group today. I see only about 20 people in here right now, which is just fine. But if you are in here right now, why don't you give this video a like? Like the fact that we are together. Like the fact that we can talk about hockey. Like the fact that we are healthy. Like the fact that, that Tampa and Toronto are going to Game 7, if you are a fan of drama. And like the fact that overall we are just a bunch of good-looking people. And I agree, Jaskrin, the 20 people that are in here are indeed the best. Okay, let me chat for a few minutes, and then I will get to all of your questions. And I might have time to actually read all of your comments, but that's from a few minutes from now. I just used my whole 5-minute intro, so give me about 3 or 4 more minutes. Indulge me, and then we'll go from there. Did a vlog today about Bruce Boudreau. Interesting how he says that he does want to come back. We knew that. We know that Rutherford and Alvin want him back, but only for at least 1 year at a time. Now Boudreau says that there are a couple important minor details that he wants to get sorted out. And I vlogged about that today. Many of you speculated that it might be coaching staff. It might be what I suggested is just the relationship between them and transparency, media, making sure that they're on the same page that way. So you don't get caught in any disagreements or just kind of things that look bad. We'll see. But it looks like it's going to be a done deal. It's just a matter of when as opposed to if. Then I talked about free agent, highly sought after free agent, Andrei Kuzmenko from the KHL. Looks like the Canucks, well, it depends who you believe. Elliot Friedman says it's down to 5 teams: Vancouver, Edmonton, Vegas, Nashville, and Carolina. But I've read others that say it's only down to 3 teams, all Pacific teams: Vancouver, Vegas, and Edmonton. I think that's what Daily Hive said. So regardless, if the short list is 3 teams or 5 teams, the Canucks are still in it, and that's great. Is a good, powerful winger that could be a great addition to our top 6, already 26 years old. So we'll see what happens with Kuzmenko. That is a storyline to watch, considering we probably won't cover, or not cover, but the draft might not be as intriguing for us because we did not move up in the draft lottery. We were supposed to pick number 15, and we will be picking number 15. Obviously not a big chance to move up, given that there's only a 0.5% chance of moving up. And as soon as we saw our card listed at 15, we knew that, obviously we did not win one of the 2 lottery draws this year. And finally, a quick word on the NHL playoffs. I'm not doing good in my brackets. And for those of you that enter my confidence pool, thank you. We have about 54 entries. I said 55, but I realized that there are a couple double ones. But we have about 53 or 54 entries. Easily my biggest pool ever. Prize fund of almost $900. So the winner's going to get about $500. Or maybe it's exciting. It's exciting. But my predictions, I had Colorado in 5. They won in 4. I had Minnesota in 7. St. Louis won in 6. I have Calgary in 5. We know they're going to take at least 6. And then I have Edmonton in 6. And that's impossible because they're playing game 6 right now. And they're down 3-2. Oh, sorry. They just finished game 6. So they won 4-2. So that's going to game 7. Then on the other side, Florida and Washington are going to game 6. I had Florida in 5. Tampa and Toronto going to game 7. I have Tampa in 6. Carolina and Boston going to game 7. I did have Carolina in 7, so that might be the only one I get right. And then Pittsburgh in 6 over the Rangers. That still is possible tomorrow night. So tomorrow it's Pittsburgh against the Rangers. Pittsburgh 3, they're up 3-2. We'll see if they play with or without Crosby. Florida's up 3-2 in Washington. And then Calgary's up 3-2 against the Stars. So 3 more chances for game 7s, depending on what happens tomorrow. Tonight, as for tonight, 2 of the series will go to game 7. Make that 3 of the series will go to game 7. The Kings and the Oilers will go to game 7. Boston and Carolina will go to game 7. And Tampa and Toronto will go to game 7. And then St. Louis finish it off in game 6. That Tampa-Toronto, I watched that entire, I watched from the second period on by the time I got home from work. What a game. What a game. I was not rooting against Toronto. I was rooting for Tampa. So it's not like I don't, it's not like I dislike Toronto. It's not like I want to see them suffer or want to see them lose. But for us, I mean, for me, Tampa's like my third favorite team in the league. So I did want Tampa to win. And now it's going to be 2 days of craziness in the Toronto market, I'm sure, leading up to game 7 on Saturday. Yes, LOL, there is no need for that kind of comment. So I know everyone's good here. And I think LOL, I timed LOL out. And then we'll see when LOL comes back. If he doesn't behave, moderators just completely ban LOL from this channel. But let's give LOL a chance. I believe in second chances. But we've timed him out, or he or she out. I say he because 98% of my viewers I think are guys. No, 95% of our viewers are guys. I know I have some very loyal females on here. But yeah, let's see. Let's give LOL a chance. And if he or she continues to act up, completely ban him or her from the channel. I am fine with that. And thank you, moderators. I appreciate you for not just banning LOL straight out right away. Let's indeed give LOL a chance. Okay. Let's go. Edmund LL said something that we don't have to repeat. It was basically a racist remark that actually technically doesn't apply to me, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go. Fangirl, hi Clay. Which players do you think could potentially sign to a PTO either before or during training camp? Let's see. Let's see who falls out in free agency, who doesn't get picked up, who don't have a contract. Too easy to say now. There are a lot of UFAs that are on our expiring deals for sure, and it's tough to say which of those UFAs will actually get picked up by any teams. I'm just looking at the UFA list right now, and there are, let's see, free agents. It's so tough to say though if these people will get picked up. Like here are the biggest UFAs: Malkin, Subban, Giroux, Kessel, Line, Letang. So all those guys will get picked up for sure, I think. I'm sorting by age. Joe Thornton, maybe. He's 42 years old. Craig Anderson, 41. So maybe Spezza's 39. So maybe players like that will be ones that will that might get a PTO, not just with the Canucks, but with any team. Paul Sanga, $6.99 donation. Let's give Paul some love in the chat. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you very much. Who do I think the Canucks could pick at 15? Can go. Those of you that are on the channel know I'm not much of a prospects guy. I leave that to guys like Lego Rocks. So I don't know a lot about prospects, but I've already been reading about this year's group. And there's, guys like Connor Geeky really, really intrigue me if there's a forward. I'm not sure. There's the two really good European right-handed defensemen aren't going to be around when the Canucks pick at 15. So I've seen maybe centers, although do you need a center when you're as deep as we are? But then again, we're building for down the road. So Connor Geeky is one name that I've heard might be available around 15, but admittedly, I'll have to do some more research before then. Lucas, can you see Troy from Richmond comes back next season with the Canucks? That's tough to say, because is he an upgrade over Myers? Value-wise, yeah, but truly no. Over Shen? Not really. And I want Travis Dermott, if you saw my video from yesterday, I want Travis Dermott on the right side. So do you sign Troy and then let him battle for that third pairing right side guy? We'll see. And I can't believe it. His 2 years are going to be done already. So I'd be open to it, but on a very, very reasonable contract, of course. Edmund, would you bring Stetcher Edler back? Edler, no, because we don't need any help on the left side. Stetcher, perhaps. Any chance of Vancouver moving up in the draft? I doubt it. I don't think they have the assets, quite frankly, Coach Rob, to move up that far. So I don't think they'll move up. If anything, I could see them moving down, actually. I really could. You're already picking 15. Even if you move down 5 spots or so and get another pick, a later pick, why not? Jaster and Clay, Leafs are about to blow it again. Either they win now or lose game 7. Yes, that's one. Can't wait for the offseason drama. Yeah, we will see. Yes. What are the chances we get Kuzmenko? Tasty Twins, I just talked about that off the top. Not sure if you heard. We are in the top 5 or top 3, depending on who you believe. Oh, Marcus, I still owe you. Thank you, Marcus, for trying to meet me a couple days ago. I can't believe you biked from West Van to Steveston. Props to you, brother. And I owe you a $25 gift cert to Van Base. I just saw your name and I just remembered that I still owe you, so I will take care of that tomorrow. And Kuzmenko is Andrei Kuzmenko. He is a free agent, a forward, playing in the KHL. Same team that Podkolzin played on actually before. Carol Bovenlander, Hall of Fame member with the $5 donation. Let's give some love to Carol. Thank you, Carol. Let's give some love to Carol for sure. And then, actually, Fangirl, I'll get to yours in a second. Connor Geeky, yeah, Edmund, there we go. Pickering, I like Big D-Man. Yeah, I have to take a look at him, Tiger, admittedly. I'm Austrian, so I hope we get Marco Kasper. I don't know anything about him either. There are a lot of you I don't know about. So thank you for giving me some guys to look up. Fangirl using her monthly members message. Favorite Canucks player from the 80s. Patrick Sundstrom. You're going to have to look him up. Number 17. Is he Swedish? Sundstrom? I guess so. Yeah, Patrick Sundstrom. He played with Tony Tanti. He was excellent. So Patrick Sundstrom was my favorite player from the 80s. Who do you think the Canucks will like land in the offseason? Tasty Twin is so hard to say because we do not have a lot of cap space. So they're going to have to carve out some cap space, figure out what they're going to do with Besser, and then see if they're going to be able to land anyone. So I don't know. Like, I'm looking at this UFA list. Everyone's quite pricey. Everyone is quite pricey. Man. And then are you looking for a D more than... If you're looking for D more than you are looking for a forward, then I don't know, Klingberg, but that's 5 or 6 million already. Klingberg's 4 million, Manson's 4 million, Will Butcher, 27 years old, he's only 4 million. So, Colin Miller's 4 million. Do you have 4 million to spend on another defenseman? Shannon using our member chat. I'm still a Canucks fan, but I want Oilers to win the cup this year. That's fair. That's fair. Just like we all have different favorite teams after the Canucks. I know, Shannon, you're from Edmonton, so that would make sense. So good luck to your Oilers taking it to Game 7, which is pretty exciting. Lance says we need to pick a D-man. Marco Casper. Okay, good. Center or right wing. I will look him up. Thank you, Jaskrin. How much cap space will Vancouver have next year? Not a lot. I'm looking at it right now, and it looks like, and this is without signing Brad Richardson and Chason, without signing Besser, Lamico, Highmore, or Hunt, or Halak, or Brandon Sutter, the Canucks have about 13 million in space. Now, at least Luongo's cap recapture penalty comes off, but we're still paying 1.9 to Holtby, 500 grand to Virtanen, so there's 2.4 there, plus some bonus money, blah, blah. So maybe about 13 million. And you figure 6 of that's going to Besser, that only leaves you 7 million for a bunch of players. So they're going to have some work to do for sure. Tony Tanti, thought you didn't ask me. Get ready for the post recapture. Love it, Lucas. Love it. Spencer Martin is very good positionally. Does not get caught out of the net. Does not get caught scrambling. Love his mentality. Love his composure. I had tweeted about this, how loud the puck is when it hits his pads. It's like there's a microphone in his pads. When you're in the arena, or people told me they can hear it on TV too. Just boom. It's just a loud, resounding thud. So I love everything. I think Martin's going to be perfect backup for Demko. Great question. Do you think Canucks will move down in the draft? Edmund, I think there's a chance. Phil says Letang. Sundstrom, he was my mom's crush. Well, there we go. Your mom and I, we're probably the same age, Marcus. Not you and me and your mom. And we're both Asian. So there's Patrick Sundstrom. So there's 3 things we have in common. And we know a cool guy like you. So there's 4 things we have in common. Do you think the Canadians will work well in Rutherford's management and staff? I don't see why not. Funk you. I truly don't. I wouldn't anticipate why not. Justin comes in with his monthly membership message. Hello, all GLCPC, joining late from work at Rogers. Oh, you're at work. And I saw you on a hot take stream as well. The staff room erupted in cheers on my break when Tampa scored the game. Yeah, and it's kind of bad, Justin. I went to hot take just to see how he was doing, not to make sure that he was okay. And he was okay. Obviously, he was a little bit upset. Peter, it's early, but Carlson is coming to the team next season? Is he? And let's pretend the Canucks get Kuzmenko. Wow. Okay, if Linus Carlson made it, which I don't think he will, and if we get Kuzmenko, then I think you bump Pearson out of the top 6 and you go, for instance, you go Lotto line, you go Horvat, Kuzmenko, Podkolzin. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Then you can go, you want Garland up there. Maybe you start Kuzmenko on the 3rd line. So do you go Horvat, Garland, and Podkolzin, and then a 3rd line of Pearson and Kuzmenko? Oh, that would be kind of cool with a Dickinson. And that's, again, stacking with the Lotto line. And then Hoglander is your 4th line. I don't know. Maybe something like that. Miller on the move? I don't think so, Chris. I don't think so. Jasker marking Tanner's choice to leave is looking smarter for them as they will likely get past Dallas. Yeah, they made good decisions a couple years ago. No, Subban's too expensive. For sure. No, Edmund, it won't be a cheap. Subban's making so much this year already. And I know he won't make, but Subban right now is coming off a $9 million cap hit. Tyler, we can't have a Canadian team win the cup. It'll be another 3 years. Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I don't believe in the whole thing that I got to cheer for a Canadian team. Yeah, Marcus, I know your second favorite team is Montreal. Wow, that's a great year. Jasker, and half of those defensemen on the UFA list were recently cap dumps, so they won't make nearly $4 million. Okay, I like that. Let's see. Edmund, it really shows our cap situation is really betting's major downfall. I agree. Edmund, Fangirl, which team has the best chance to make it past the first round, Edmonton or Calgary? I still think Calgary has a better chance. I think the way they kind of erupted against Dallas, I expect Calgary to win tomorrow, where I don't expect Edmonton necessarily to win for sure on Saturday. Trent calling about Benning and previous management rushing our process. No, I didn't read that, but that doesn't surprise me. I will take a look at that later, Edmund. Thank you. Lucas, thank you for the donation, Lucas. I appreciate you as always. Luongo recapture penalty will be gone. One last burden from the Gillis era gone. Hurrah. There you go. Thank you, Lucas. Let's give some love to Lucas, always coming through with the donations. You guys are very generous tonight. Thank you. And don't stop. Tasty Twins, what is your opinion on Patrick Alvin? Not much of an opinion yet because he hasn't done a lot. I like his trade for Dermott. I love his trade away of Hamonic. Brad Richardson was a good depth signing. We needed him down the stretch with the injuries. Let's see how they do this offseason, but they are certainly not in any rush to do anything. Besser or OEL, who would you choose to keep one and trade the other? If I knew that they were tradable, I'd keep Besser. I would trade OEL. Hello, Duffman. Peter, when the Canucks play the Panthers and Lightning back-to-back next season between Demko and Martin, who gets Tampa and who gets Florida? So tough to say. They're basically equal opponents. I think it totally depends on who's playing well. And usually you give, depending on what happens before, of course, you usually give the start of the first game of a back-to-back. Usually. Hey, Dexter, man, you're playing a lot of soccer. I'm glad you're here. And let me guess, you haven't showered yet, which is fine. Marcus says he's never heard about Kuzmenko. Watch my vlog from earlier today, Marcus, or just look up Kuzmenko. You haven't heard of him. He's slowly rising up the ranks, and it's only because his 4-year KHL contract ended this season. That's why we're hearing about him now. He's good. There are a lot of teams in on him for sure. Trash. Who has more to lose? Tampa, back-to-back champs, or Toronto? I truly think that the pressure is on Toronto. They're at home, so they're, quote, the favorites. There's been a history of them not pulling through. Yes, Tampa, you want a three-peat, but Tampa's had a pretty good run, and no one would blame them. They've played so much hockey over the past 2 seasons. No one would blame Tampa if they lost to a pretty good Toronto team. Again, I'm not wishing that Toronto loses. If I had to pick one team, I want Tampa to win, but I do think there's more pressure on Toronto. I think they have more to lose despite them having not won a playoff series in many years. Dickinson could get peddled, Tiger. Get rid of that 2.65 or whatever he's making. Will Kuzmenko play a season in Abbotsford? No, Fangirl. If he signs here, he's playing in Vancouver. When the Canucks drafted PD and Hughes, interesting. Peter, if you go back to my videos from those 2 days, with Pettersson, I was surprised because I hadn't heard of him, but then I quickly looked him up and I said, I made a video about 5 reasons why he was a good pick, and it's one of my highest viewed videos on this channel. I want to see if I can look it up real quick. Hold on. Let me just see. So with the Pettersson draft, like I said, I didn't know who he was, but after I started watching highlights, I quickly liked him. And then with the Hughes one, I knew more about him, and I was certainly very happy that he fell to us and that Detroit did not pick him at 6 draft. Yeah, I did 5 reasons why Pettersson is a good pick for the Vancouver Canucks, and it has 26,000 views. So, but that was after I did some research. So PD had no clue who he was. Remember, I don't know prospects that well, but at least Quinn Hughes, I knew who he was, and I was thrilled when he fell to us. Righty on the left side, like Panarin, put him on the power play and let PD, Miller, and Hughes set him up for tap-ins. Love it, Funk You. Love it. Thank you. Jasker and Clay, the Flame series is such a snooze fest. Yes, more people are talking about the model that sat behind Rick Bowness, the Dallas bench, in game number 3. I think most of you in here probably know what I'm talking about. Arshdeep Baines, yep, looking forward to him as well, Marcus. I think he's probably a couple years away. 3-on-3 Hockey League. Yeah, interesting. I don't know how if it's going to take off. I appreciate that, Lucas. I do follow the big 3. At least I know it's a big thing in basketball terms. We'll see what happens. Interesting. CVA Clay, if the Canucks do not re-sign Lamico, will Colin Blackwell be a good replacement? I like Blackwell, But I do think the Canucks will sign Lammikko. I think they're really happy with him. Does Rathbone become a full-time NHL D-man? I vlogged about that yesterday. I would sure hope so. I want to see him on a third pairing with Jack Rathbone. Edmund thinks Keefe is gone if Toronto loses. Alfred, do you think we'll have another starter versus backup situation with Demko and Martin? No. $5 million versus $800,000 or $900,000 or whatever Martin's making. That tells you that we won't. I don't think we're gonna have an issue. I simply don't see Martin outplaying Demko, but I do want Martin to play very well. Who wins Game 7 in the Oilers, Kings, and Leafs boats? I'm going Kings, even though I picked the Oilers in my pool, and I'm going Tampa Bay, who I did pick in my pool. Marcus, do you think Blockwood makes the Van roster full time? So tough. I think he's gonna be a bubble, like either 12th or 13th man. Do you think Wu makes his debut? No, I think he's still 2 years away at least. Lucas Clay, would you ever support a EA NHL league? I would be interested in it. What do you mean support? Watch it? Maybe? Play in it? No. I don't know what you mean by support, but that sounds interesting to me. Yes, I do remember Fabian Brunstrom, and I do remember Brunstrom went to Dallas, and then Brunstrom wasn't that good. Shannon, Edmonton Oilers are playing Game 7 at home. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Jordan, your thoughts on the Trouba hit? I like Crosby. I don't mind Trouba. I don't think it was a dirty hit. I think it was, if Trouba wanted to light him up, he could have. What are your hockey podcasts of choice? Well, Canucks After Dark is my favorite for sure. I will once in a while listen to Rink Wide. I will listen to the Vancast, and I will listen to Canucks Conversation. And then once in a while, I'll hit something like, the Broadscast or the Large Cast. But really, it's Canucks After Dark, and I don't regularly subscribe, or I subscribe. I don't regularly listen to any others, but when I do, it's usually Vancast, Rink Wide, or Canucks Conversation. Dub Zero says Kuzmenko's speed is concerning and his points mostly from the power play. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, I've heard he's not the fastest skater, but he's got good hands, and he's good going to the net. We'll see. Hey Ricky, how's it going, brother? I'm great. I hope you and your family are having a good night. We are. Thank you. Hope you're well. Mine is good, even though I can't stand the Oilers. Do you think both Toronto and Edmonton prevail on Saturday? Actually, no. I don't think either of them will. If I had to pick, I'm picking Tampa and LA. Canucks Tampa ain't my fave. Goodness, stress level was so watch. Yeah, they gave us some really high quality chances in overtime. That was a crazy game. Will Ekman Larson get traded? I doubt it, Mark. That's a tough contract to trade. Is Tampa becoming the most hated team? I don't think so. I think people like Stamkos and like Vasilevsky. I heard Kucherov's a bit of a jerk, but I don't think they're hated, Lucas. But I might be mistaken. Jackson, what was the issue with Schneider and Longo? It wasn't that bad, but Schneider was good, and they were never feuding. In fact, they made a couple funny skits for TSN about the fact that they weren't feuding. But it got to a point where Schneider was, he was thrown to a couple times in Game 7 in 2011. Then he was getting more starts than Luongo in 2012 or 13, and then he got traded, and then it was back to Luongo. Simon, hi Simon. Pretty crazy going 7 games. What do you think about that? I hope everything comes out on top, but maybe you think King wants to see. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not rooting against Edmonton. I just think LA is going to win. Peter, which Western Conference teams do you feel confident Canucks have a chance and at least compete within the playoffs? Everyone except Colorado. I truly think the Canucks can play with anyone except Colorado, quite frankly. Don Cherry, who do you think wins in Game 7 between Oilers and Kings? No problem. I think it's going to be the Kings, even though I picked Edmonton for my bracket challenge. Tasty Twins, Clay, how angry if Alvin pulls a betting and trades away our first rounder? I'd be pretty angry. I don't think it's going to happen. I'd be more surprised than angry. Jaskrin, for me, Clay, I think if Oilers are taking Game 6, they will take the series. They can't lose for Ben. It almost made me tear up when Ben told McDavid, you got this. Oh, I did not see that. That's pretty cool. Fangirl, do you think Naslin would come to coach in some form of management? Good question, Fangirl. I don't know if that's what he wants to do, at least here. Lucas is basically an esports version of the ANHL with official. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'd follow around for a little bit. Do you listen to 650? Yeah, I do a lot. I listen to them a lot, Don Cherry. Canucks After Dark, number 1. Thanks, Ivan. Shannon going in hard on the Oilers, which is good. Marcus, I hope Tampa wins. Keep this 18-year playoff drought going for Toronto. Simon, what's your opinion on top shelf hockey? I like him. I think he's good. I think he does some really good stuff. Do you like the guy in Ontario? That's would be a hot take. I like him as well. And we've been on each other's channels. GL Rebirth, nice to see you. If you're Boudreau, do you feel disrespected by Rutherford's criticism about his coaching? I hinted at that in my vlog today. If that wasn't brought to Boudreau's attention privately, yeah, I think that's a bit of poor form by Rutherford, admittedly. There's some things you can be transparent, you can be honest, and I know that Rutherford's going for that, but I think you don't want to alienate your coach as well. But if that's something that he talked to Boudreau, he might have said, this is what I'm going to talk about, and Boudreau might have said, okay, we don't know for sure. But if it was completely new to Boudreau as a surprise, then I don't think it's the best look, admittedly. Peter, are you worried that there might be friction between Boudreau and management? Not yet. Let's see what happens over the next 3 weeks, and then we can talk. Edmund, if the Canucks do trade down, how far do you think they go? Yeah, I think you go at the most 4 or 5 picks down to 19 or 20, because if you think that everyone from 12 to 20, for instance, is interchangeable, then why not move down? Thoughts on Cab Robinson's lettuce? It's a good head of lettuce. Can't we have Canucks After Dark every night? Well, Jaskrin, Parker's got priorities and other things. I definitely have a lot of other things going on. It simply would not be feasible. In fact, it'd be easier if I did this every night. In fact, remember, I tried to do this stream 3 times a week. You add in Canucks After Dark. So I was streaming 4 times a week sometimes, and it proved to be a little bit too much. Who is your dream guest? Pat, I would love to get any of the current Canucks players on, but they don't really do a lot of that kind of thing. Marcus hates everything Ontario. Peter, what was it like watching Petey at the beginning of the season versus during the second half of the season surge under Boudreau? First half was tough, but I wasn't as down on him as other people were, quite frankly. Don Cherry, hello DSS. Don Cherry, honestly shouldn't be saying this, but I hope the Leafs lose so we get to see another Steve Dangle meltdown. A lot of people will be melting down for sure. Hey Sharms, when do you think we'll see a decision regarding Bruce and the KHL? The KHL free agent, he's no rush. It might be another month or two. With regards to Bruce, we need to know by June 1st. I think we find out either way in the next week. I think if it's not done in the next week, then we should be worried he's going to leave. Top Shelf, hey Clay, do you think Alvin will do a surprising or unexpected trade? I don't know. I don't know if that's his MO, Top Shelf. I'd be intrigued. I'm all for the chaos, so we will see. Marcus, on Sportsnet Pacific, all you see is commercials only for Ontario, like betting sites. Social media, all you hear is about the Leafs nonstop. There's even a TSN article about what TV series Campbell watched. That's weird. Fangirl, do you think the Sedins knew each other on the ice because of twin telepathy? How do you say that word? Telepathy? Twin telepathy. I don't think it hurt growing up playing together all the time, for sure. Tiger, do you think Trent Cole will be back as Abbotsford head coach? I do. Ryan Johnson, the GM, has talked about how much he loves the coach, how much he likes the coaching staff, and that they're all back. Marcus, I'm so sick of it. If Toronto wins Game 7, I'm turning off my internet and all news sources for 10 years. Okay, except for my streams though, Marcus. Hello, Rick. Nice to see you. Jaskrin, JT for a guest. Oh, that would be funny. Shannon, no, they haven't really talked about trading anyone just yet. And this group, Alvin and Rutherford, they're not the type that are going to let names get to the media, I don't think. Chris, how many picks do you think we get in this year's draft? I think we have our 7 right now spread out. I think we'll have 7 or 8. Bauer, do you think the Canucks trade Miller at the draft? No, I don't. Their return should be 3 or 4 assets, a roster player, a prospect or 2, and a pick. But I don't think it's going to happen yet. Carol, why would you want the pick to go down? Yeah, Carol, if you, good question. Let's say you're picking at number 15, but you're in your head saying anywhere from the 12th to 20th ranked guys are the same for us. If you trade down to 20, that means you say to another team, for instance, you say, hey, Carolina, we will let you move up to 15, but you give us your 25th overall pick. So, or you go to a team and say, usually actually when you trade down, you get 2 picks for 1. So if Carolina wanted to move up from 25 to 15, for instance, not Carolina, whoever's picking number 20, let's say it's Carolina. It won't be, but it might be more like a St. Louis. Let's say St. Louis picks at number 20. You can trade the 15th pick to St. Louis and get their 20th and maybe their 3rd rounder, or their 20th and their 4th rounder. The thought is the more picks you have, the better chances that one of them are going to hit. And then if you don't care of whoever between the guy 15 and 20, the same difference to you, then why not try and get another pick? So that's the whole theory of trading down. Okay, I'm going to finish off these questions so we can move into Ask Me Anything. Let's see. Jack, hey Clay, do you think there's a chance we send OEL back to Arizona? No, I don't think so. Matt, go. How far do you think we make it in the playoffs next year? I think we win 1 round. The 3rd round pick is this year's pick, Sharms. What kind of coach might replace Bruce? Well, if you believe Rutherford, a guy with more structure. Don Cherry, Sharms, if we do offer sheet anyone, who do you think are potentially? That's tough to say. I have to look at the RFA list, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that was just a point they brought up on Sportsnet or whatever, but I don't think too much of it. Don Cherry, what's so special about the KHL guy? 4th line bum? No, he's more than a 4th line bum. He had, I think, 55 points in 40 games in the KHL. He's supposed to be a really, really good player. Bauer, do you think Pettersson has potentially 100 if he remains healthy? I think he can get to 90. I'm not sure about 100. Klimovich had 18 points last season. Yeah, but Klimovich, remember, he's only 19. He came straight over from the draft, the KHL, as opposed to playing another year in junior. Do you think Quinn can hit mid 80? Yeah, I do, actually. I think he could be a point per game, or maybe at least between 70 and 80. Dexter, 2BC Productions. Look up his channel. He's a big Leafs fan. No. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you. People like staying. Simon, it's hard to understand what you're asking, but what I think about the coaching, I like Boudreau's coaching. I think we should keep him. Yeah, Jasker, I was just using an example. I know. Clay, I think the only place we can trade OEL is Arizona. Wave to go there. Oh, interesting, Jack. That'd be so weird for him to go back there after only a year. Dexter, Canucks need to move back up in the draft for a lack of draft picks in the previous Jacks. Yeah, but he need to move back in the draft. Oh, yes, I agree with you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Peter, Clay, do you think part of the reasons ownership wasn't committed to rebuild sooner since the Canadiens were still playing? Yep, out of respect for them, absolutely. They did not pull the trigger on the rebuild sooner. Offer sheet bear, that would be interesting. Is he a righty or lefty? David, I see a Miller trade happening. That's fine. That's where you can certainly get a lot of assets. I agree. Shannon, if you get to it, no, that's fine. How is the money for players doing? I think it is called the Cup. What? One more question if you get to it, but if not, it's fine. How is the money for players doing? I think it is called the cap. Oh, the salary cap? Yeah, we don't have a lot of room is the point, Shannon. So that's what makes it, you can't just go out and sign anyone you want. It's got to fit within your salary cap structure. Hello, Bern from Germany. Yes, the World Cup starts soon. Lamico's going. Is Halak going? And Linus Carlson's going. And OEL's going. That's awesome. Nice to see you, Bern. Thank you for watching from Germany all the time. Who are we going to get for Tyler Mott? We've already done it. Oh, well, we traded for that draft pick. Is that what you mean? It's so hard to predict later round drafts, but we have our draft pick already from the Rangers. Dexter, do you think Rutherford would do better at announcing the draft pick of Podkolzin? Yes. I don't know how anyone can do worse than Vasilius Podslovins. Shannon, we don't have a lot of money. That's what I was kind of talking about. We only have 13 million, and 6 million of that's got to go to Besser. So we're gonna have to get creative with our money for sure. Bear is right-handed D. Thanks, you guys. Yeah, Peter, can't blame Benning anymore. What is your opinion? Most likely to be traded this offseason, Besser or Miller? You know, out of those two, if I had to pick one, I think they re-signed Besser. Remember, Miller's under contract for another year. So if you're asking me, I think Miller would get traded first if I had to pick between those two guys. Sealaw's not Halak going. Thank you, Tiger. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Lucas, I know the guy who's involved with PR if you ever need a player. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Lucas, but I've been told flat out by the head of communications, Craig McEwen, that's a tough get. Because once they say yes to one podcaster or vlogger, then they kind of opens the floodgates. Stan Smeo should announce all picks. Podkolzin worked out so well. Awesome. Okay, it's 10:40. Let's transition. I said 10:45 for Gordo, but we'll go with 10:50. So we'll go 10 minutes of Ask Me Anything. So we'll do Gordo at 10:50. I love how you guys are reminding me of when I should move to certain things on my channel. Or maybe you are being good and just because I'm getting so excited answering all your questions that you're just reminding me. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, Jaskrin, for your constant reminders. Yeah, for sure, Lucas. Take care, DSS. Favorite thing about bowling? The community, more than the actual sport itself. The sport's fun. And if you guys saw my vlog, I got my second highest game ever on Tuesday night. I bowled a 235. So I went strike, spare, strike, 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 spare, strike, spare. And that got me a 235. Called a clean game, no open frames. But I love the community. And I love it when I'm mad too and I just see the pins explode when I roll the ball at the pins. How was Mother's Day? It was great. On Saturday, I saw my mom. On Sunday, we didn't spoil Gail, but we took Gail out. I actually had to work an event on Sunday, a Mother's Day event for work as well. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? Yes, I've gotten one in my life. I've gotten one speeding ticket, a couple parking tickets, one get off your phone ticket, and a few get off your phone warnings. Derek, hey Clay, did you see that Dan Russell wrote a memoir? Are you going to buy it? Oh, no, I didn't know that he did that. I do know that my brother has coached his son's basketball team. So I think Dan Russell would be a pretty cool guest, actually. I'm going to get on that. Marcus Clay, when are you biking to the North Shore? I do have a decent bike. I'm not the best bicyclist. The farthest I biked is from here to Kits. So that's halfway to the North Shore. Don't think that's going to happen, Marcus. Maybe I'll meet you halfway. Bauer, do you think Podkolzin has the potential to be a top 6 player? Yes, I do. As early as next season. I really do. Lucas, would you ever form your own bowling league if you were able to? No, but I don't know if I'd form a league, but I definitely organize a few outings for sure. Marcus Clay flexing on us with his bowling skills. My best score is Marcus, are you sure your best score is 42? I've seen you. You're athletic. With all due respect to anyone who has not bowled a 42 before, I think you're good for at least a 60. You got to be. 42 means you're hitting. You're only going like 40% of the time, not a gutter ball. You got to be better than that, Marcus. Jaskrin, when do you think Roman Reigns will finally lose and turn back to face? He'll definitely end his career off as a face, but maybe not for another year or so. Dexter, has anyone tried to bowl at Lucky 9 with a watermelon or coconut? I think if they do, they get kicked out. So I've never seen that happen. Brian, do you ever watch the Vancouver Giants? No, I have not watched them this season. Bauer, do you think Myers or Oriel could be traded this offseason? I think they're going to try, but I doubt that they will. Thank you, Bauer, but we're going to go to non-hockey questions going forward, but thank you for your question. Shannon, how is studying going, and are you almost done for the summer, or do you have a course in the summer? Thank you for asking, Shannon. I am not taking a course this summer, so I've done 7. I have 5 more to go, but I'm enjoying this break, especially with Sweden and Hawaii as my trips. So, not studying, and maybe that's why I'm so relaxed right now, getting more sleep. Chris, when did you first remember becoming a Canucks fan? When I was small, 5 or 6 years old, listening to the games with my dad and my brother on the radio, CKNW, Jim Robson, and Tom Larscheid, so maybe 1980 or so. Lucas Clay, did you hear the Nintendo Switch has a new Wii Sports game, bowling coming? Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, Lucas, because I heard the boys talking about should we get a Switch or a PS5. I don't think we agreed on anything, but I know they were talking about it. Fangirl, have you played bowling on the Nintendo Wii? Yes, I have. Yes, and I have one perfect game on Wii Bowling. Yes, you missed the whole live. You're going to have to go back and watch it. Favorite thing about life? My family. Evan, what do you think is the best wrestling finishing move of all time? Oh, good question. RKO is pretty exciting. Anything like the RKO or the stunner that actually is not too convoluted to set up, those are good. Marcus, I'm the absolute king of gutters. I jump for joy if I'm able to knock over. Okay, Marcus, I'm going to have to give you some lessons for sure. Alfred, what's your favorite arsenal with your bowl? I only have 2 balls that I use 3. I use a spare ball that I don't even know what it is. And then I use a Proton Physics, Alfred, and I've been using Sean's old Chaos Black as well. So I don't have fancy balls, fancy bowling balls. Jaskrin, One more thing about Roman. Who do you see beating him? Ah, shucks. Good question. Maybe Cody. I don't think McIntyre will, because McIntyre's had his run. Maybe Cody Rhodes. Dave, Funk you. Pods or Hoglander, whose career year will be higher in points? It'll be Podkolzin. David, have you heard of dual trigordo? It's 32 words at the same time. Wow. Okay, I might try that, although that might give me a panic attack. That is crazy. I do not watch... Hey, Reaction Club, I do not watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Simon, what are Vancouver Giants players do you like to watch and why? Actually, I don't know any Giants players. I don't follow them, Simon. Jasper, get better at catching the street. I think Tombstone by Undertaker. Yeah, that's a good one too. A little bit scary. Do you know if your kids' friends are listening to this channel right now? Geo Rebirth, I don't think they've been watching recently. I think that's more of a summer thing when they have more time, but we'll see. I know none of Sean's friends watch. Rarely, it's more Kayla's friends actually. $5 donation from Lucas. Thanks again, Lucas. Let's give him some love. Tip for the emo boys: go for Switch. Ah, very good. I will mention that to him. Thank you. Shannon, when did you move to Vancouver or born in Vancouver? Born in Vancouver, Grace Hospital, but lived in Richmond all 48 years of my life. No, I did not see Chandler's KO or Ferguson. I have to look that up as well. Reaction Club, have you seen the Canadian hockey movie Breakaway? No, I have not seen that movie. Is it good? Pedigree, says Edmund. Are you coming to the island again? Yes, Mark, I have plans to do so sometime in the summer. Just haven't nailed down a date yet. Which channel will stream the bowling tournament? Jacob will be in Sweden. Fangirl, still waiting to find out. Gosh, that trip's only a month away now. Waiting to find out. But once I do find out, I'll be sharing it. Thank you for your support, Fangirl. No, Lucas is a wonderful supporter of this channel. He's not meaning to make anyone feel bad. If he has the means to donate, just like if anyone has the means to donate, thank you. I appreciate you. But if you don't have the means to donate, I get that as well, for sure. Yeah, Reese has not been here for a while. No one's been complimenting my calves, that's for sure. My mom was nice. Marcus, start a list. Your mom was also born in Grace Hospital. So that makes 5 things. And if your mom is good looking, then that makes 6 things that we have in common. Very cool. Lucas says, that's it for donations. Thank you for the heads up. Lucas hit his daily cap. CV, do you think the Canucks should sign Tierney or Mete? I'd be more open to Mete than Tierney. Interesting. Nice calves, Mr. Calves. Thank you, Dexter. And Lucas was born at Grace Hospital as well. Thank you. Why I say thank you as if that's awesome too. Shannon, when do you go to Hawaii? August. Early August. Reaction Club. Breakaway is a great movie. Main characters being a Leafs fan and scoring the Stanley Cup win. Okay, I will watch that. Or maybe I'll watch it. Is Clay hitting on my... No, hey, be careful. Be careful. Don't want to get your mom mad. Don't want to get you mad. Don't want to get your dad mad. Don't want to get my wife mad. No, it's all good. But I would love to meet your entire family one day. Whew. Jasper and Clay, I'm still waiting for my black skate Quinn Hughes jersey. That's cool. You'll be waiting for a while. That's fine. Lionsgate. Okay, now everyone's putting their hospitals they were born in, which is fine. Lucas, I know Grace is now BC Women's. Exactly. Can I get a Quinn Hughes jersey? Sure. You and Jasper can go shopping together. Matt, what time do you sleep and wake up? It's brutal. Often I will sleep between 2 and 3 and get up at 7. So sometimes I only get 4 or 5 hours. I need to get way more. Where in Hawaii are you going? Just to Waikiki. No problem, Marcus. I know we're good. Reaction Club, Surrey Memorial. Nice. Surrey Memorial. Okay, we got some Surrey Memorials in the house. Let's do 2 more minutes of Ask Me Anything. Then we will get to Gordo. I'll be right back. I got to go blow my nose. Give me a sec. All right, thank you for that quick washroom break. Block a charge slap shot 5 times without equipment or spend 3 years in jail with nothing but a small room. Oh, gosh. I'd go with the slap shot. At least I'm not in jail and I can spend those 3 years recovering. Yeah, I don't know how well I do in jail. St. Paul's Hospital, I'm OG Richmond, moved to Surrey to make them cool. Love it, Tiger. Love it. Born in Lionsgate in 70, St. Paul's. Nice, nice. Are you doing this every night or is this a once a week thing? Are you talking about the stream, Bauer? Yes, I go usually Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. My usual schedule is Sunday night, Wednesday night, but I had to switch things around this week. So Sunday night, Wednesday night. University of Alberta, nice, Shannon. Lucas, 2 years in Richmond, Vancouver ever since. Very good. Simon, who's your favorite BC Lions players? And what prayers? I think you said players you like to watch. You know, I don't know a lot of, I like Lucky Whitehead actually, but in the past I love G. Roy Simon. I love Murph Fernandez. I really like wide receivers actually. Maybe that's why I like Lucky Whitehead as well. You drink coffee with them? No, I don't drink coffee, but I do drink Pepsi. That's where I get my caffeine, but I don't drink coffee. Yes, thanks, Fangirl. Jasker and Bauer, let's go together. And if Clay doesn't get us jerseys, we will threaten him by unsubscribing from the channel. You do what you got to do. Who is the best ping pong player in your family? Right now, it is Jacob. I hate to say it. And then Sean and I are basically tied for second. We got to get that table going again. Good luck, Carol. Still looking to find a place. Dang it. Good luck, my friend. Jasker and Surrey Memorial. Nice, Carol. Nervous about not finding a place. Yes, we will continue to pray, Carol. Dexter, Lucky Whitehead is such an ironic name. If I get a Whitehead, I can... Yes, I don't think he's worried about his acne, but good point, Dexter. Marcus, first person in my dad's family to not be born and raised in Saskatchewan. Wow. Good on you. Very good. Cola Gang for life. Hope you find a place, Carol. Yes, Justin. Reigns is going to leave WWE and part-time like Cena. Yeah, it looks like it. I think he's going to... Why not make... more money doing other stuff and take care of your body. I remember Reigns had that health scare a few years ago too. Matt's polite. It's funny. I'm trying not to get defensive, and I will take it when people type stuff in the chat. They're reminding me as opposed to telling me or demanding. But yes, I will be getting to Gordo in a second. But I'll get to it when I want to get to it. Lucas, following the crisis in Shanghai? No, not recently, admittedly. So I got to be better that way. Bauer, I still question myself if the Leafs can actually win the series. We will see. I've done Wordle today, but I don't do Gordo, so I'll participate in that. Okay, thank you. So let's do it. Let's move to Gordle and Wordle. If you've never done this before, I'm not sure if Justin's still here. He can put up this disclaimer. Basically, don't wreck it if you've already played today. That's the disclaimer. Justin can put a lot more eloquently than I do. But we do Gordle first, which is the hockey one. And then we do Wordle second, which is obviously the not hockey one. And we have amazing streaks in both. So let's see if we can continue. Okay. Let's start with Gornal. Gornal. I combined Gordle and Marner. Who is your heart winner? Austin Matthews, Justin. And Alfred says Marner. No problem. All right. Thank you. Yes, as Justin says, if you've played, do not spoil for sure. And let's go with Marner because Alfred got it in right away. And I like the use of, I love the use of the 2 vowels and I like the 4 consonants. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, good one. I will take the next 6-letter name. This is going to get a little confusing. That has an A, an N, and an E, but not in those positions, and doesn't have an M or an R. Okay. So I'm looking for basically a name with A, E, and N in it. A, E, and N. I wonder if anyone's last name has A, N, and E in it at the end, like Kane, but 6 letters. Yeah, this is tough. Actually, that was a really good guess, Alfred, to start us off. But now we're all stuck here trying to think of another name now that has those letters. I guess it can be blah, 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 end in E-A-N. But what kind of name ends in EAN? This is tough. Stern? No, can't use an R. Kaner. Keen. It's got to be 6 letters, you guys. Hedman. Head. Oh. That is awesome. Marcus, I think you're right. Does that... Oh, no. Oh, that's so good. But no, because we use the M in Marner. Hedman would have been a great guess. Hedman would have been a great guess. Eakin, Ethan. I think it's last names, you guys, too. Oh, Hedman would have been an awesome guess. This is tough. Head. Kapanen? Oh, I'm short one. Kapanen could have worked. Hartman is 7 letters, Jasker, and it's got to be 6. Come on, guys. We can do it. We can do it. This is very tough, though. This is so tough. 6 letters makes it tougher. Sagan. No, we need an we need an A, Peter. Barrett Hayton. No, it's last name. This is hard. I do think it's going to end in an N, though. But it can't be E-N. A-N? I'm going to play 2 because I can't think of this one. It can't end in man because the M, there's no M. Panarin? No, there's no R. Yeah, this is tough. We're going to get to 11 o'clock just thinking about this one. Stepan. I think we got it. We have the A over here. We have the E here. Yeah, I think this is it. Oh, that was such a good guess. I thought we had it for sure. Oh, I got so cocky, Marcus. Me and you. I thought we had that. Great guess, Marcus. Props to you. Okay. And I love the use of the S and the T as well. All right. No, oops. That was a great guess, Marcus. Canes. I'm walking with Canes. Wow. Wait, you're walking with Canes, Carol? Or is that a guess? Who else could it be? So we know that the N... Okay, we still have the E, A, and the N, but they're not in any of those places. Can't be Malkin because they need an E. Can't be Kubina. Hey, Adam. Nice to see you. Can't be Kubina because we need an E. Nice to see you, Adam. Oh, man. This is tough. Oh, my gosh. I'm stuck. What names have E, A, and N in it? Patrick Stefan? No. There's no P. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, that's great. Glad you're here. No, Peter, it can't be Hughes. It has to have an E, A, and an N in the name. This is hard. Bauer's pulling out his hockey cards. Is there any person's name that ends in, for example, A-N-E? Oh no, can't. Chernak was a great guess. Chernak was a great guess, but can't be R. Can't be Hayden because it doesn't end in an N. Adam, this player was a goalie and died in the 1920s. Wow, that's... Oh, okay. So we know what it is now, but we got a huge reaction club kind of. Okay, let's try Jacques Plante. Oh no, there's no P. Okay, guys, I'm gonna who asked for hints, by the way? Okay, for now on, yeah, we've kind of wrecked this one as well. So did someone ask Adam for a hint? So I'm not upset at all, but I just think it kind of wrecked the integrity of what we were doing here. But not a big deal. So I deleted the 2 hints, but many of you guys have seen it already. So let's go with Vezina. And we don't have to talk about how we got to Vezina, but we will put an asterisk beside this. But yes, we have now got in 20 tries, 3 tries 20 times, and 2 times 10 times. Oh, no big deal. No big deal. I'm glad we got it. I would like to think we would have got it if we kept trying, but who really knows? Okay, let's play Wordle now. And please, no hints. No hints whatsoever. I don't care if we're sitting here for an hour. Please, no hints. That's the whole point of playing as a community, is we don't want any spoilers, okay? No hints. None. No hints. And if it means you have to leave to I don't want you guys to leave. And I'm not talking about anyone in particular. If it means you have to not type so you don't spoil it, then don't type for the next couple minutes. All right, let's go. Paul wants spoon. I don't like it because it's only one vowel. It's okay, Lucas. It's not a big deal. Knife I don't mind because at least 2 vowels, although it's not the best. And Alfred and I took. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go with knife. This is gonna make it tough. Okay, so I'll take the next word that has an N in it, but not in the second position. Actually, nasty works because we didn't use the A, S, T, or Y. All right, I will take the next word that has an N or an S, but not in those positions, but no K, I, F, E, A, T, or Y. It's okay, Reaction Club. You don't type anymore for this one, because even if you've played it before, it might come to you. Like, even if you say you forgot it. So, Reaction Club, just sit in front of your computer like this for the next 2 minutes. No, do whatever you want. Okay, here we go. Give me a word that has an N and an S in it, but not in those 2 positions. Oh, Dexter also played, but can't remember. Okay, Dexter, you sit like this now for the next couple minutes as well. Oh, interesting, Trash, that you use races as your go-to starter. Yeah, I've seen people use. I like the R and the S. I use stare. I use anything that has 3 vowels in it. Actually, that's true. We could go back to spoon, which was the very first one, because it's actually still. Okay, so we know it starts with an S, and we know that the N is in one of the 3rd or 4th positions. So let's go. I'll take the next word. Yeah, I know someone did say spoon before. I think it was Paul. Oh, someone said slang. No, we can't use the A. Snake. No, can't use the A. Remember, we can't use K, I, F, E, A, T, Y, P, O, O. We have poo here. I'm so immature. So I'll take the next word that starts with an S, that has an N in it. How about stunt? Sting? No, can't use the I. Snail? Can't use the I. Swung. Nice. All right, I will finish this one off, Russ. Combination of sting. I'm going to go with stung. No, it's not, because we used the T. What other word would it go there then? Slung? Shung? Smung? Is it slung? It can't be swung. I just did that. It can't be swing. No, it's got to end in UNG. I guess it is slung. It can't be stung because it's no... Okay, wow. That was close, you guys. That was the first time that we've taken 5 tries. We usually get it in 4, a couple threes, a few threes, but we are still 11 for 11. We are still... Oh, wait. Current streak 1, max streak 2. Oh, maybe because we didn't play. Okay, but we're 100%. That's the main thing. All right, guys, that was fun. It was all fun. It was all good. We always have fun on this channel. We just so helpful. That's what I love about this community, is we try and help each other out. That's what I'm going to attribute it to. So thanks, everyone. Oh, that was good. That was good, you guys. All right, I'm going to wrap up. We went well. There we go, Jasker, and we are going to hit our 11:10 just for you. So thanks for being here today, you guys. My next stream will be this Sunday. I'm going to look one thing up, though, real quick, just while I have you on here. Give me 2 seconds, because I had a calendar set for my next members things. And I'm just looking it up while I do my wrap up right here very quickly. Someone put in the chat who you think is going to win tomorrow, the game 7s. I mean the game 6s. Put your predictions for the 3 games tomorrow. Florida, Washington. Who plays tomorrow? Calgary, Dallas, and I'm missing one. Who plays tomorrow? Florida, Washington, Calgary, Dallas, and... Oh, now I messed up, you guys. I'm just looking at something real quick. Yeah, I think... Yeah, this Sunday will be my members... Ask Me Anything. Yes, so there's no big Zoom chats. I'm saving that for next week. You guys, sorry. I should be more prepared. I'll look that up. I'll let you guys know on my channel what the next members thing is going to be. Oh, yes. Pittsburgh and New York, of course. Yeah, put it in the chat for sure. So sponsors, thank you. Van City Experts, Real Estate Group, Perform and Transform, Gassy Jack Art, and Monkey 9. Moderators, thank you. We actually got put to work today, but you did a fabulous job as always. Members of all levels, thank you. Everyone who donated, thank you. Very generous group tonight. I appreciate it. And thanks to those of you who shared your membership messages as well. And to all of you for being here. I appreciate you. I do not take you for granted. And make sure that you subscribe on your way out, that you like this video on your way out. And if you want to leave a donation or leave a tip on any of my videos, you can certainly do that as well. But no matter what you do, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Thank you for your enthusiasm for Gordle and Wordle. Thanks for your great questions. I missed you guys. I hope you missed me. Marcus, we're going to add to the list of things that I have in common with your mom. That doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. And for everyone else, including Marcus, I hope you guys have a really good night. And I look forward to talking to you guys on the weekend. And I got to tell you, just before I go, that today, a guy tried to sell me a coffin. Yeah, he tried to sell me a coffin. And I told him that's the last thing I need. God bless. And go Canucks go. Booyah.